Hi, I'm Bryan Cheong from Bixzee. In today's tutorial, I'll talk about sales order. Let's go to Bixzee B2B seller platform and you can go to sales order. Now, sales order is the first step of the Bixzee sales transaction. Sales order can be done by the seller or it actually done by the buyer. For example, let's simulate a situation where the buyer will place an order to this seller. We look at the buyer side. The buyer can actually go to My Supplier, look for the seller, click on him, then click on View Catalog. He want to buy this product. He will know that what is the stock balance available. Let's say he want to buy 10. Add to cart, and he want to buy more things. Click on this button. Go back to the previous screen. Maybe click on this product. Let's say this is 5. Add to cart. Then go to this icon. Click on it. The buyer can actually increase or decrease the quantity over here also, or just click on proceed to checkout. Now, over proceed to checkout, there is two options whether the buyer can actually create the order into a purchase request, which we will explain in the future tutorial, or just click on place order. When the buyer click on place order, the buyer actually will know the status of this order. Now is the order already received by the seller. At the seller side, one email will automatically send by Bixzee platform to the seller, and at the same time, the notification will also appear over here. The seller will actually receive a notification and at the same time receive the email from the buyer that this order has been taken place. What he need to do is, you can click on the order. You can see that for seller side, he also have the same tracking function, which is similar to the buyer, meaning that the seller and the buyer will actually look at the same tracking function. The seller can actually edit the order by changing the quantity or maybe put in discount. He may have the option to decline the order or accept the order. Let's say we accept the order. Over here, the seller need to put in the estimated delivery date. Maybe it's tomorrow. He can put in some remarks if he want to, then click on accept. By doing this, it actually helps the buyer to know that what is the estimated delivery date for him, and he no longer need to call the seller manually to do follow-up. When seller accept the order and put in the estimated delivery date, so you can see that the order status changed to order accepted. So from the buyer side, the status also will change accordingly. And you can see that what is the estimated delivery date. No need manual follow-up. In the case of the buyer do not want to make the order by himself, maybe he do not have internet access, he call up the seller can actually make the order on behalf of him. And how to do that? Same things at the sales order. Seller can actually click on create new. Then all the predefined like sales order number, the date, the description will appear accordingly. And of course, seller can change all this with his own preference. Let's say you select the buyer, you can assign an agent, you can put in the payment terms or change the payment terms, put in the estimated delivery date, let's say it's 23rd, okay, then add in the product, which get the confirmation from the buyer, click on add item, put in the quantity, and you can just save this order. At the buyer side, you can see that there is a new purchase order created on behalf. Then he can do the checking. And because of the sales order or purchase order is created by the seller, so the status will directly change to order accepted instead of order received. Again, for sales order, it can be done by the buyer side, which is placement of a purchase order, then automatically become a sales order at the seller side, or the seller can actually do on behalf of the buyer to create the sales order by himself. That's all for today. Once again, thank you for watching. I'm Bryan from Bixzee.